Bloom is UKIP's economy spokesman and has known Nigel Farage for many years. He joins us now from our studio in Hull. Good afternoon to you, Mr. Bloom.
Good afternoon to you.
After what happened in Edinburgh, would it be more accurate to say you're not the UK Independence Party, you're the English Independence Party?
No, I don't believe that to be true. I've spoken 3 times at Scottish universities in just the last few months, and I've been speaking to full houses, to very appreciative audiences in a very friendly and hospitable manner, as always when I visit Scotland. I'm part Scot myself, and I've always enjoyed it. I think what happened last night was very unfortunate in so far as that the meeting or the protest was hijacked by a rather very vociferous, rather yobbish element, which I think brought the concept of Scottish independence into disrepute, and I think that's a great shame.
I think many people might agree that the protest did involve a degree of yobbish element, but it's the judgment of Mr. Farage that's in question here when he accused other people, the mainstream Scottish Nationalist Party, of being tinged with a kind of hatred for the English. You can see that's completely wrong, isn't it?
I would have thought that if you've just come out of a meeting, you've had things thrown at you, and you've had to be hustled away and protected by the police, you're pretty cross.
But not with the Scottish National Party. It wasn't anything to do with them.
Well, it was a nationalistic party, and not the Scottish National Party. No,
that's like blaming you for the BNP, which you would obviously object to.
I'm quite sure that that's right, and I'm quite sure that as things settle down throughout the day, it's become clearer that it wasn't Scottish National Party nasties. It was a rather radical group of people who are not representative of the Scottish people or the Scottish nationalists.
You know Nigel Farage very well, and he has got this reputation as the bloke in the saloon bar and so on. But do you think it's telling on him? I mean, he works very hard. Perhaps he smokes and drinks too much as well.
Well, he's never pretended to be a priest, and if you don't mind me suggesting that, I regard that as a rather impertinent remark.
Well,
how dare you suggest he should smoke or drink? What the hell has it got to do with you?
Well, I just wondered whether his lifestyle, his overall lifestyle, that you know him very well, whether it's taking its toll because of his judgment.
No, I don't at all. And I think it's a disgraceful suggestion that the BBC should make.
Then I apologise if you take it that way. I didn't mean it in that sense. I meant that his judgment is surely in question, making remarks which brand the Scottish National Party for something which wasn't to do with them at all.
Well, you'll have to speak to Nigel Farage whether he has changed his view later on the day when more facts become available. But to the situation at the time, if you are being abused, having things thrown at you, and I gather one person was actually arrested. He was in an impossible position, and he was perhaps under the assumption that it was Scottish national extremists, and it wasn't. And if it clearly isn't, Nigel will be the first person to say so.
Do you think this does any damage to your ambitions north of the border?
No, it doesn't. A lot of people believe in the United Kingdom, and of course one of the real problems here, and this is all obscuring it, is UKIP carry a very dangerous message for the political establishment. What the Scottish independence is actually saying, they're going to the polls, they're going to the referendum on, is to say we want independence from London, but we don't want independence from Brussels. So we're dealing with a completely and totally ludicrous, intellectually disingenuous argument, and of course I think that's what put the fear of the god into the extremists in Edinburgh, and that's the crux of the matter. Regardless of this kerfuffle last night, how ridiculous is it to argue that you want independence and still remain part of the Brussels Empire? Ludicrous.
Mr. Bloom, thanks very much. Godfrey Bloom there.